What is going on, you guys? Costa here talking again after the game. Another game that's going to make you thump your heart a bit again. I don't know, man. I hope nobody's dead. I hope none of you are dead from a heart attack, because these games are going to continue to be this way if they played the way they did. Get it out of the way, the negatives first, because this is a winning video. First half offense was in the red zone and they couldn't score. Now, you're going to throw a fade. It's not that I hate fades, but goodness, if you're going to throw it out of bounds or that close to being out of bounds, you make it tough on the receiver. Though Amari Cooper could have made a little bit better effort to tiptoe his way in the way Michael Crabtree does. If there was awareness for Amari Cooper, it'd probably be a lot lower in a video game rating, because he had 3 potential touchdowns that were not touchdowns because he couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It was a tough play, but at least make the effort to tiptoe your way in. I didn't see it. So there was that. His awareness was a little off. In the first half, they had to kick 3 field goals. But what do you know? Janikowski misses one, and everyone was angry, and suddenly I felt that way too. But he made that 56-yarder near the end of the half, or right at the end of the half, and the Raiders were not trailing by a lot. Being down by 1 point was better than set 4. Now, the defense played very well for the first half, but second half adjustments, they got destroyed. Terrible game by David Amerson. Didn't like what I saw there. That was very tough to watch the secondary get roasted. Though Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback. That is going to happen. So I don't know what to say. The defense just was not good enough in the air. They were terrible to watch. The secondary got shredded for the most part. Though there are plenty of positives. Biggest one, they ran the ball better than I thought they would. I haven't looked at the box score yet, but they did run the ball or try to balance it out. They just couldn't punch in the touchdown when they needed to until that one by I think it was Olawale who punched the one from the fullback carry. So Derek Carr, up and down, very up and down day for him. I know the box score is going to tell you otherwise, but he made some decisions out there that didn't make me happy. I was kind of frustrated. He would follow up, of course, with that big touchdown to Amari Cooper, and I was on Twitter and I was about to tweet that I was frustrated, and then he throws the deep touchdown that goes and connects. So Amari Cooper works really the ballsy call on 4th and 2. Usually when you're on 4th and 2, it's not 4th and goal. You're supposed to get the first down, but Jack Del Rio went for it all or nothing play, and it worked. I mean, hell of a call, and it works, and I know and all that, but those fade routes to Michael Crabtree just aren't going to work every time. I mean, it was a beautiful catch, beautiful play, and that's what set this game or gave the Raiders the momentum they needed, because their secondary was getting roasted. And of course, the nicest thing, Kaser was the MVP of this game, the punter of the Chargers, because the Raiders got that stop in the 4th quarter, and then suddenly there was a Shanks punt, so there was that. That also helped them, of course, to get that touchdown from Crabtree. But hey, the defense did do one thing right, and that was force turnovers. They made plays on the ball. Looks like Perry Riley, I don't think he's a very good player. It's clear why he was a free agent. But he was better than Ben Heaney. I'll give him that. Ben Heaney's now lost for the season. They stopped the run pretty well from what I saw, so I give him credit where it's due. But I've heard Perry Riley is terrible in coverage, and he didn't have to cover the ball. He just made a play on the ball twice. 2 forced fumbles. Both of them were responsible for points. The Raiders got that one touchdown, or their final touchdown of the game late off the one turnover, and then there was a field goal through the long drive. So, turnovers saved the Raiders, and the defense partially played well enough. But I remember that one by Phillip Rivers was a dumb deep throw that made no sense. But they had to force the fumbles, and they did their job there. So, thank goodness. But yeah, Derek Carr, he did recover in time when they needed to, and thankfully the Raiders pulled this out. Now, they can't play this way and expect to win every week. They're going to be losing some games like this. So it's nice to say we have a 3-game win streak, though, and we're entering a tough Chiefs game, a Chiefs opponent who's going to be coming off a bye week. So there's that. The Raiders, I don't know. I'm just on the fence with these guys. They're capable of doing a lot, but right now they look like a 500 team. I'll still say that because I feel they're better than the Chargers, but this game was a lot closer than it needed to be, and that's thanks to the defense not being good enough. So they pulled it out today. Just when baby lives. Obviously, y'all had a heart attack on that field goal kick, didn't you? Didn't you? I sure did. And then the botch snap by Kaser. Once again, our MVP of the game. Botch snap pretty much killed the clock, and thank goodness. I was thankful that it happened right at 2 minutes, not at 2:01 or 2:02. So you got an extra 40 seconds off the clock. And the Raiders barely got the punt away. That one by Marcus King, that was very close, but they got it off. Thank goodness. And there was not enough time for Phillip Rivers to work some magic. So, the Chargers probably are better than their record is. They should be a 500 team too, but all the bad breaks are not going their way. All the close games not happening. They only have that one win of the year at home. They're losing a lot of these mediocre games where they've blown it. I think they've blown it all in the late parts of the game. So they're in for a long season, especially that they have to play on Thursday against the Broncos. I bet that's going to be a nasty loss for them. So hey, the Raiders are 4-1. They're right where you want to be record-wise, but I'm still going to hold back, and I'm not going to crown this team by any means. I think really the other issue I saw was the offensive line. I forgot to mention the false start penalties this game were terrible. There's no sugarcoating that. That was hard to watch, okay? So, go Raiders. Let me know what you all thought about this game. There were some improvements, but they're still not playoff caliber right now. They look like a 500 team playing to the level of the opponent. So let me know what y'all think. I'm happy. I'll take it. Just when baby lives, that whole botch snap gave everybody a victory, and really it's more of the Chargers losing it than the Raiders necessarily winning it when you botch a snap like that, or botch the hold. So, yeah, Raiders win. I will have a hockey preview probably tomorrow or a little later this week because the hockey season is in. So let me know what y'all think. Go Raiders. See y'all later.